Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through a review of how my game week 10 went and the plans for game week 12. I'm always an advocate for not doing very early transfers, but this week I've been a culprit of that. I went a bit early on my transfers because of catching the price rises and also mainly to make sure that I could get in the players I need going forward. We'll get into that in a bit. In my goal, Raya did manage to get a extra save point, so he did manage to get 3 points in total. It's really unfortunate that Arsenal hasn't kept a clean sheet in a while, but we can only hope with I've seen Odegaard in training, Odegaard coming in. I think that will bolster the attack, and I think the likes of Partey will probably get back in their right places, like for example in the deep six role, and that will provide enough cover for the defense. And so for now, he's a keep for me. I don't think I'll be touching him though. I was getting a bit frustrated by the mere fact that he was getting more yellow cards than clean sheets, and all due to, for example, time wastage. Really, Trent Alexander is one of the people that will be going out of my team. He didn't. Liverpool didn't also manage to keep a clean sheet, and his attacking. He did at least. He was on set pieces, and he created a number of chances, but unfortunately, none of them came through for him to get an attacking return. Robinson managed to get an assist in the Monday game between Brentford and Fulham. He managed to get an assist in the last minutes, which really helped in my defense. Lewis, as we know, was benched and came in a bit later for a one-pointer. McNeil, who was flagged, managed to start the game, but uh, Everton was beaten, so that really didn't go as planned. Mbeumo also blanked. He just got the clean sheet point as he was substituted before Brentford conceded. They conceded very late, 2 goals. That's sorry for those that own Flecken. He was at least, I think, on 12 points in the 92nd minute, and then all of a sudden went all the way down to 4 points, which was still a good, at least save point wise, was still better, for example, than the likes of Raya. Son was quite unfortunate. He was removed in the 55th minute, as I mentioned in the Monday video. I believed he could have actually gone ahead to provide a bit more in the attacking returns, but it was quite unfortunate. Palmer as well just managed to get an extra bonus point. He was in the bonus points. He had one of his corners, I think. Madueke headed it onto the post, so it affected. He wasn't able to return really attacking wise. Salah was a very good wise decision. Part of my discussions last week was talking about how I was going to let go of Haaland because I believed Man City wasn't in the right phase. It was good, like I mentioned on Monday, that at least we got to see De Bruyne on the bench on the weekend, and I believe he did start yesterday in the Champions League. That is also another match that really goes to show that Man City isn't there yet because Haaland missed a number of chances. I believe they will recover. It's Man City and it's managed by Pep Guardiola, but it may take some time because whether we accept it or not, these injuries do take a toll on them as well. So we are yet to see how that entire thing evolves. But my captain Salah did perform. He scored a goal. He was, I think, with 2 bonus points as well. So the 18-pointer from him was really welcomed. Raul started the Fulham game, but he was well involved as always, but didn't get to return anything. And Vardy did have a last-minute assist for the Leicester equalizer. So I did get 49 points in total. It was a red arrow generally. I think I moved from around still within 200k, as we shall see. I think currently I'm on 298k and with 620 points overall. So going directly to my team, I did make a few transfers, like I've hinted on it. Trent Alexander Arnold Medway, and that provided enough funds for me as well. So I still have enough funds in the bank. Then as well, the new incoming person was between Cunha, because I was removed. As I mentioned, Vardy was really a 1 week punt because Leicester had a very good match, and yeah, thank God at least he managed to at least get an assist. But it was always to be moved on. Now, like we've talked about in my watch list, the Wolves matches really look good. As we've mentioned, they look really good, and I believe the assets are to be targeted. Like you can see, they have Fulham, they have Southampton next, then Fulham, then Bournemouth, then Everton, then West Ham, then Ipswich, then Leicester. So it's until they get to the likes of Spurs that the games begin to turn a bit. So it's one of the things I was targeting. And then Cunha, I believed, was really involved in the match. He's on set pieces, and he's a bonus points magnet. Like immediately he assists or scores a goal, he's already like number three or number one on the bonus points. So that's why I went for him. He plays a bit deeper though. He comes from behind, so someone like Strand is more on the front. And I know it was between him and Strand together with maybe another Spurs asset, because as we can see, Spurs also plays Ipswich, and I thought even for those that have, for example, Solanke, please keep him. I believe this fixture is really good for him, and maybe afterwards. I know he wasn't returning for a while, but I believe the fixture against Ipswich is good. Man City there is away as well, so I don't think you should be on a rush to sell any Spurs assets because of the Man City game. As we know, Man City is not in the best spell, and they've always given Man City a hard time, especially at their home ground. And after that, it will be Fulham, then Bournemouth, and then maybe Chelsea. So the Spurs assets are also not that bad, unless if you're really trying to get funds to fund any other extra move or get any other extra premium, something like that. Speaking about Son, he's among the main, I think, three people that I think are contenders for the captaincy this week. Personally, my armband, as you can see, is currently on him, with Salah being my vice. So I believe Son, depending on how they manage his minutes, we're going to see how he plays in midweek if they have a game anyway. And we fingers crossed he's still not being managed to only play 60 minutes or less. But if he can play full 90 minutes going forward, I think he's a very good captaincy shout. It's something to look out for. Salah, obviously, it looks much better than Haaland as well. He's at home to Aston Villa, which we saw last week didn't perform really well. Then Haaland is always a shout. Brighton away is not that bad a fixture for you to be worried about for those that still have Haaland. So I believe those are, to me personally, those are the three main contenders for the captaincy armband. That would be Son, Salah, and Haaland. You could take a differential captaincy punt on, for example, Mbeumo or any of the Wolves assets, but like we mentioned, that would come with some extra risk. So with those changes, that's what I meant. Konsa is still on my bench because I believe, as we mentioned, Ain't Nori is just a yellow card away from a suspension, and I believe if he gets it, for example, this coming game week, they can always switch easily with Konsa because this week Konsa plays Liverpool. Those are my thoughts currently on the team. I'll definitely come again on Friday, I think, with the press conference news and anything that we shall have gotten, together with how my team will have finally come up to stand. Otherwise, FPL responsibly and catch you later. Thank you.